When you queue up a movie called War Machine, you probably expect a testosterone-fueled shoot-'em-up. Big guys, bigger guns, and action heroes built to shrug off mortal wounds. The film stacks its supporting cast to match, handing us a roster of muscular military archetypes who seem custom-made to spout bravado and absorb bullets. Curious, but the protagonist, known as 81, breaks that mold early. He isn't enduring the grueling training program, known as Death March, to prove his toughness. He is deliberately trying to destroy his own body in a sanctioned, acceptable way. The film shows us his record. He applied for this elite unit 4 consecutive times in 2 years, submitting those applications while still physically confined to a hospital bed. Instead of attending the VA-recommended group therapy sessions for his grief, 81 actively avoids professional treatment, choosing extreme physical trauma to numb his psychological pain. The vast New Zealand wilderness serves as a stunning, indifferent arena for this self-imposed execution, completely cutting the characters off from civilization. 81 has entered the Death March specifically as a broken man seeking out a crucible brutal enough to punish him for the sins he believes he committed. That internal punishment gets violently interrupted when the standard military simulation breaks down entirely. The team realizes this isn't a drill when their communication networks go dead and their navigational compasses start spinning wildly out of control. They encounter an entirely new threat, and standard military-grade C4 explosives detonate against its surface without leaving a single microscopic dent. This enemy is a 500-ton, heavily armed mechanical executioner that ignores Or's 8th physics. This alien interference derails 81's plan for a controlled, human punishment, leaving a man with a death wish responsible for the safety of a team terrified of dying. The filmmakers use a technique we can call the whispering script, planting quiet details in the background of a scene to expose a character's hidden flaws. Early on, 81 completely ignores television broadcasts where NASA experts predict the arrival of a massive interstellar object. His tunnel vision blinds him to the actual danger. Contrast his isolation with his squadmate, 7. 7 practices lateral emotional support, using levity and humor to keep the team grounded instead of relying on rigid military commands. 81 lacks that flexibility. His inability to switch off war mode isolates him from his squad, directly endangering the unit when he wanders off alone during a crisis. His hyperfixation on the mission is an avoidance tactic. His absolute refusal to process his grief is his greatest liability as a leader, far outweighing any tactical mistake. The physical toll catches up to them in a desolate, burned-out village. When the exhausted team pauses, 81 finally confronts his past out loud. His expertise comes from real combat. He served with the highly deployed 10th Mountain Division, an infantry unit that saw heavy action in Iraq and Afghanistan. He reveals that he received his highest military honor on the worst day of his life, the day his brother died, because 81 couldn't physically drag him across the extraction line. This ties directly back to a mechanical concept established in the film's first 3 minutes. The first law of thermodynamics dictates: block an engine's vents, heat can't escape, and pressure builds until the radiator blows. The script maps this rule to human psychology. Refusing to vent trauma leads to complete internal collapse. The seemingly invincible alien machine operates on the exact same physical principles as 81's suppressed survivor's guilt. 81 weaponizes that thermodynamic concept to defeat the alien executioner. He physically jams the creature's cooling exhaust vents with heavy debris, causing it to overheat and fail. But the tactical solution stems from a psychological breakthrough. Instead of agonizing over his brother's death, 81 recalls a fond, joking memory of his brother fixing a truck, giving him the exact strategy he needs. With the machine destroyed, 81 completes the final objective and crosses the Death March finish line, transforming from a desperate casualty into a surviving leader. The film does not offer a clean, tidy ending. Earth's interstellar imaging systems confirm that tens of thousands of these alien death machines are already en route to the planet. This overwhelming wave of enemies mirrors the harsh reality of living with PTSD. Trauma is not cured by surviving a single night in the woods. There will always be another trigger and another battle to fight. War Machine suggests that survive in trauma is about finding the daily resolve to continue the fight, even when a final victory remains out of reach.